With this event, Kailani, congratulations, guys.
Welcome back to the Stand Up World Tour. After nail-bitingly close finals at Stand Up, we have a new champion by the name of Antoine Del Perot, who won in front of his local crowd ahead of Colin McPhillips, Kai Lenny, and Peo Litsarazu. However, with a third-place finish, Hawaii's Kai Lenny still maintains his lead in the overall rankings.
It's Kainoa McGee. As you can tell, I'm not bundled up, freezing my ass off, nor is it rainy or overcast, so we are no longer in Anglet, France. Welcome to paradise, my friends.
From the cold conditions of the south of France to warm tropical paradise, Yorana, the Stand Up World Tour has landed in Tahiti. An island nation that is famous for its world-class paddling and surfing will now witness the world's best stand-up paddlers battling it out at the world-class break of Sapinus for the third stop of the Stand Up World Tour.
We are at the Sapinus Pro, stop number 3 for Stand Up World Tour. This spot, Sapinus, is different from, obviously different from France. It's obviously all reef here, big wide open wave. There's a nice double up peak in here that are actually scoring really good rides because it's an open face and it's, you can do a lot of really good turns. We've had some bigger waves come in today on the Hawaiian scale, 4 to 6, maybe an 8-footer here and there.
Yeah, the wave itself is it's a secondary wave where usually do some big stuff, some towing, and it's happening here at Punavia, Sapinus. So it's really a good place to have it. So all we have to do is get the right direction for the waves, the swell, and play it safe.
What's great about Tahiti? What's not great? It's just such a laid-back lifestyle. The people are friendly and nice. The water's warm, the air's warm, the waves are awesome. Every day is just beautiful. It's just it's a low-stress, wonderful environment here with fabulous surf, friendly people. I don't know what more you could ask for in a location.
Polynesians are born with music and canoe paddling. It comes naturally for them, and as a result, I think the sport that will have a great deal of success here in Polynesia.
When you look at the rankings after France, I think Kai Lenny is still leading the rankings, and these conditions really suit Kai. Kai likes these kind of reef breaks. I think the bigger it gets, though, it may take the advantage to some of the local guys. I think Peo's in second. Peo's a goofy foot, and these conditions are really well suited for Peo. So I think the top 2 competitors on the ranking have a good shot at doing well here.
For me, it's just seeing different countries and actually being involved. I mean, I haven't come here to think that I'm going to win anything, but oh look, if I actually got through a heat, it'd be good. But yeah, we'll just see how it goes. It'd be nice to have a win, or even get to a final. That'd be excellent. But yeah, we'll just see how it goes.
Over here, if you lose your board, you're pretty screwed, but thank God we got a bunch of jet skis. We got all the boys, Patrice, Didier, Arsene, the whole water patrol here in Tahiti looking out for us. So we got let's say a plethora of jet skis out there to make sure everybody's safe. So a lot of times what happens if somebody breaks a board or a leash, one ski goes to get the board, the other goes to get the guy, and then they reunite him and send him back out on his way. So it's a great setup. We're here on the Moorings catamaran, the current flow, which is the competitor's boat, so we can hang out here and watch, or we can go to the beach as well. So this setup is actually absolutely ideal for competitors and for people watching if they're fortunate enough to either be out here on a boat or a board or whatever it is that they have.
With better conditions now on tap here in Tahiti, the trials got underway as the local Tahitians showed just how well they know their home break. There is a notable performance once again from Hawaii's Ikaika Kawai as he uses his powerful turns to make his way through to the main event here at the He'inalu Sapinus Pro, presented by Air Tahiti Nui. I want to introduce you to my friends from this association that are responsible for the environment and cleaning of the spot.
Come on.
This has always been a surf spot here. Why? because the reef has grown under the water, meaning that every time a big swell comes through, waves crash over this reef. This is nature's hand at play under the water. It is not us who makes the waves. It happens as a result of this natural reef structure.
Donc ça doit se passer en dessous. C'est pas nous qui l'avons dit aux vagues de sortir. Ça doit se passer avec le système qui est posé sur le toit. Chez eux aussi, j'étais surfeur et puis.
I too was a surfer, but after a while my mother and grandmother wanted me to go and work rather than surf, so they sent me off to the army in France, from which I am now retired. It is thanks to guys like Guillaume and Arsène, that is to say through their sport, that we are all still connected to this spot, and it is for this reason that I support stand-up paddle surfing 100%.
La pratique des paddleboard. Dans le juillet, on a toujours des fêtes folkloriques qui se passent et on a chanté cette.
During the month of July, there are always folklore festivals, and we used to sing this story in a series of songs that come from this area. It was when I was about 13 or 14 that I heard the story about the significance of shells for the first time. And it comes from right here. It's amazing. It is because of the importance of this history that we are collecting the shells that are scattered all over the place to teach our young how to make music with them.
Il y a une surpêche, tu vois. Alors d'où vient l'idée de notre commune de Punavia avec.
There is a serious problem with overfishing, and as a result, the ministers have introduced various bills to ensure that there is a safe zone created where it is illegal to fish, to help us to repopulate the fish and coral life in the lagoon. I think that this is a really great thing, and I'm honored to be the guardian of this area, given that I have already been battling against the thieves myself for so many years, and now we are finally getting somewhere.
Étant donné que ça fait plusieurs années que je crie pas derrière les braconniers, ben c'est assez qu'ils détalent.
Tamari Puente Pêcheur is also an association for fishermen. It is important to know this to understand why this association was created almost 4 years ago now. So that is why we have educated the young on how to make fishing nets. They also make these small bags. The goal for what we are doing is to help the young, to keep them on track and out of trouble. All these young people here know how to do this so well now. It's incredible. When they first came here, they looked at me strangely, like they didn't understand it at all. But here we are, just 2 months for some, 4 months for others.
Aloha everybody, this is Tristan Boxford reporting to you once again from Tahiti. So we had a great day of action today. We woke up this morning, it was glassy conditions, beautiful. We went straight into the trials. We had a couple of epic heats and the wind, started to get on it a little bit. Still challenging conditions and still good and contestable. Once again, here in Tahiti, it's been another beautiful day. Surf's been pumping, a lot of action elsewhere. A lot more to come tomorrow, and Kainoa McGee, your ever-entertaining host, will be back. So we'll see you then. Aloha.
Yorana, bonjour, aloha, and good morning, y'all. Kainoa McGee here for WatermanLeague.com. Today is what we've been waiting for. Everybody's been waiting for Tahiti to be real Tahiti, to be bombing, and we've got it, folks. It's anywhere from 8 to 10, 12-foot Hawaiian. To give you kind of a reference, that's 16-foot faces to 24-foot faces.
Yeah, it's huge. I woke up this morning, have a little surf, try to catch waves. Some sick ones, but I just get pounded, so I will try better in my heat.
Before the main event got underway, we asked contender and Tahitian craftsman Patuari Itealo to provide us with a glimpse of his way of life outside of the stand-up world tour.
That's the place, my home break. Where I work, where I do tattoo, carving. Right now we are in Mahina. Mahina, it's on the north side, northeast of Tahiti. Yeah, so countryside, look like island style, Right now, 15 years, I work for myself in the arts. This is my workroom, for my carving. Oh yeah, when I'm in, I want to do more and more because my inspiration is good right now. So I can go, and the time is too short sometimes, So cause we are in the arts, and you don't think about it. You just feel what you like to do, Yeah, okay, so I have to stop right now cause we have to go other side to make some tattoo. Let's go. When I was young, I always go on the beach and make some necklace with the shell. But the hand I have, it's from my family, because my dad, my uncle, all my family, my mom, they are artists. Yeah, they make like design, they print, they make dress, all arts, local arts. So I watch them, and I think coming from there.
All right, gang, here we go. We're gonna cut the 32 into 16. Check out the action right here.
Like, I went out there all morning to watch it and surf it and see what's going on, because it's totally different than any way I've surfed it in the past few days. So just trying to understand it too, because it's an animal and you got to learn its personality, you know. And so it helped to go out this morning and check it out and catch a couple, and made the difference. Super stoked. Just played it safe. Didn't want to be getting too crazy out there, and I got lucky, man. The right one came, and I went for it and got a little barrel, man. I had on mean deep one. Then the advice Kalani gave me, bro, that's the one. Don't get crazy, just catch the good ones.
Yeah, well, everyone's going, you know, it's a south swell. Everyone's going, let's sit on the west bowl. And I've been sitting deeper, you know, the whole time I've been here, and I thought, well, just go with what you know, relax and try and sneak into one, and one popped up and I just dropped into it. Getting down, I saw a few lumps and I waited till I got over the last one and just hooked into this bottom turn and hooked up under it, and luckily, you know, I didn't grab rail and pulled it off, and that's the one that got me through, I think. So,
tough out there, huh?
whew, good fun.
Really good poundings. Got to keep tradition alive, wiping out good.
Heat 3 saw Tahitians Didier Tinhin and legend Arsène Harihoy edge out international favorites to advance through to the quarterfinals. In Heat 4, legendary Hawaiian waterman Bonga Perkins faces a seemingly insurmountable challenge as an on-form Peo Lizarazu from France and Vetea David from Tahiti take the upper hand to advance into the quarterfinals. Heat 5 saw another surprising upset, with current rankings leader Kai Lenny falling short against an on-form Aaron Napoleon and an ever-impressive Hefara Tahutini, who made it all the way through the trials to oust the champion in the first round. Spectacular form from both of these experienced watermen, and this will have significant repercussions on the overall tour ranking following this event. Fresh from his spectacular victory in France, Antoine Del Perot failed to maintain the momentum and winning form that he had in France, falling to the same fate as Kai Lenny, much to the delight of our host Kainoa McGee, who secured his place in the quarterfinals.
No one's safe from beatings today. Pretty much every single person got their share of waves on the head, so I mean that you can't escape, but I mean it was just everyone was just going balls out, balls to the wall, and it's just if you get that lucky wave that stays open, I mean, you get it, but pretty much it can be anybody's day out here, really. You just gotta get the lucky wave.
But you know, what really makes the focus come on is the strong waves and adrenaline and getting hyped. All that, that's what makes it fun out there. And when that set's coming and you're just like turning on attack mode and you're gonna drop in on this thing that looks like freaking too crazy maybe, but that's the feeling, man. I had chicken skin after my barrel.
Starboard, boys.
So it's moving along nicely, huh?
Man, that was great. Just sort of came together again, and you know, like, that's the way it goes, you know, the ocean goes your way or it doesn't. Today it's going well.
Can you explain to me what exactly it is your strategy you're doing?
Toddy, how would I know? All I'm doing, mate, is I'm just surfing, and the waves come to you, they don't, you know. I think at the moment the west bowl's not piping, so if it's not piping, well, why try take off and try and pull in?
As the channel filled out with supporters, the Tahitian contingent continued their assault on the world's best that had already led to the demise of several champions. Notable performances included wildcard entry Tama Odibert, clearly proving his worth together with Arsène Harihoi. Meanwhile, the Hawaiians continued to stake their claim as an on-form Kekoa Uemura, Aaron Napoleon and Ikaika Kawai all advanced through into the semi-finals with spectacular performances.
Ouais, je pense que cette compétition, on a vraiment marqué aussi, on pouvait aussi surfer nos spots.
I think that we have shown in this competition that we know how to surf our home spot, and Sapinus has really shown us how it can be. I'm stoked that it was today and that I went through. What's more, that I went through with other Tahitians. Don't go away, as after the break, we will bring you the conclusion of the He'inalu Sapinus Pro presented by Air Tahiti Nui. Welcome back to the He'inalu Sapinus Pro presented by Air Tahiti Nui. It was once again a privilege for the Stand Up World Tour and its athletes to work alongside Dwayne De Soto and the Nakamakai organization that brings so much to so many. It was also a great opportunity to work with Patu, Chief Miko and Tahitian Social Services to provide this unique ocean sport and culture experience for Tahiti's underprivileged youth. The smiles on athletes and kids' faces alike set it knowledge in the ocean.
All right, here we go. We got the start of semifinal heat number 1. The heat is 40 minutes long. That's right, you heard me, 40 minutes long. But because the conditions are so trying, and all we have is 3 heats to run, the Waterman League and our head judge, Budsy Kerbox, and all the Tahitian judges giving their best advice, made the best call possible. So having that amount of time is beautiful. As a competitor myself, I would love that. Every heat. Well, not every heat. Sometimes you're too damn tired. But we'll kick some ass out there, guys. Good luck, and hui ho.
In semi-final 1, it would be the Australian dark horse Dave Muir, outnumbered by 3 Tahitians but armed with confidence of a win in every heat so far here at Sapinus. Despite strong challenges from shortboard veteran Vetea David, Arsène Harihoi and Tama Odibert, it was once again to be the Australian's day, as he picked off the best waves of the heat and advanced through to the final, together with Tama Odibert.
Just to show you how special, how different having an event here in Tahiti is, the biggest difference here in Tahiti as compared to a majority of the world is that our scaffolding is actually set up behind me on the reef. Now that doesn't happen outside of anywhere but Tahiti. So the vantage point that the judges have is absolutely, as much as possible, the best vantage point that they could have, because obviously they're at the scaffold. It's a good 2 stories high, so they're higher than everybody else. So they have the best vantage point because the waves are so big that a lot of times you can't see the wave behind, the total wave from top to bottom behind, because the wave in front of it's so big and it sucks out so heavy. So it's very crucial that the judges get to see everything. Definitely the best vantage point that they do have is behind me on those bad boys.
Before the second semi-finals, a few words from a rising star with a warrior spirit.
A long ride, definitely. The surf through all the trials, surfed through all that, made it through that. The first round, quarters, made it through that. It's been a journey, it's been fun. I'm just glad to be here. Thanks to your sponsors, my family. Love you, babe. Miss you.
Right out of the gate, Hawaiian Aaron Napoleon makes his presence felt, showcasing not only his ability, but also his years of experience as a waterman. In this semi, the outnumbered athlete was Tahitian Hefara Tahutini, up against 3 Hawaiians, Aaron Napoleon, Kekoa Uemura, and Ikaika Kawai. Despite a strong push from Kekoa, it was to be the underdog's day, as trials athlete Hefara Tahutini advances into the finals alongside Aaron Napoleon. We are counting on the Stand Up World Tour coming back again next year, and we would like to thank all the Hawaiians and the foreigners who came, the Americans, the Australians, all those that have followed the tour here to our home in Tahiti, where the sun is shining. You can't surf Sapinus without taking the time to meet the man that its community regards as their champion.
Oui, je suis né, enfin, ma carrière de surfeur a commencé à Sapinus.
My surfing career began at Sapinus. I began surfing at 4 years old, first at the beach and then on the reef. And I've always surfed here. And it is one of my favorite breaks, but I also surf elsewhere, a little bit everywhere.
Préféré, mais sinon je surfe un peu partout. On est très satisfait que la Waterman's League ait décidé de faire
I was so happy that the Waterman League decided to put together a contest in Tahiti. What's more, at Sapinus, so I can only be stoked, even really stoked that it should take place at my home. Even though I didn't win, it's not a problem. Next time I will do better.
C'est pas grave, la prochaine fois je ferai mieux.
Parce que c'est lui notre champion.
He is our champion, and we are just here to support him.
Ici, ouais, la culture est très très puissante.
Here the culture is very strong. Every June, July, August there is a show that lasts for 3 months where all the communities in Tahiti congregate at the main square in Papeete to show what they can do in a cultural sense, singing and dancing. So the culture is being perpetuated, and our children are taught to speak Tahitian at school.
Et nos enfants, ils apprennent à parler le tahitien à l'école.
I don't know Brazil, so I'm really looking forward to going, because I've never been there before. As for California, it seems as though it will be very, very cold, colder than in France.
Les deux dernières étapes vont...
I hope in the next 2 events that I will do better than the quarterfinals. I hope to at least reach the semifinals or even the finals.
La demi-finale ou peut-être la finale. Pour cette première année, moi, je voulais faire.
For this first year, I wanted to do the tour just to see how I would do. And I hope to finish at least in the top 15 by the end of the year, so that I can start next year in the main event.
Pouvoir recommencer l'année prochaine dans le main event.
We're going from the semifinals to the finals. Top 4, best of the best. Let's do this.
Again, it is Aaron Napoleon opening up the scoring for this climactic final with a beautiful barrel. Tahitian Hefara Tahutini also made sure to pick off a good scoring wave right away, knowing full well that Tahitian pride was on the line here. Aussie Dave Muir wows both crowd and judges with a dominant performance, maximizing every wave with powerful carving turns from start to finish. Fellow starboard team rider Tama Odibere wastes no time in demonstrating why he was not only worthy of a wild card, but also of his place in the finals. Despite strong surges and impressive performances from Tama Odibere and Aaron Napoleon, who seemed to be battling it out 1-to-1 throughout the heat, Dave Muir once again seemed dominant, beckoning the best waves and milking them all the way through like only he knows how. As the heat buzzer sounded and the heat came to a close, it seemed pretty clear who had won the event, but second and third places was still anyone's guess.
Big wave, Dave! Big wave, Dave! Big wave, Dave!
Life upon her. Coconut water. Worked for Dave, can work for you.
Hi, it's unbelievable. Hi, just been having fun, you know, since I've been here. And the final went out there, and Aaron Napoleon, what a gentleman, you know, like, we were just there and he goes, let's just have fun, mate, and we were just having fun.
Hats off to Dave Muir, impressive. I mean, I like sitting down watching him catch waves going by me, it was impressive. But it was a good day. I get a good wave in the start of the heat. But what I like about the stand-up tour right now is Kui Kaika. It's just a bunch of friends having fun.
On top of the world at the moment, mate. Sort of, for me, it's sort of a dream come true, you know, winning a world event. I mean, geez, blown away a bit. Sick.
We have just finished the finals, and the only thing we know for sure at this point is that big wave Dave Muir from Australia has won. Congratulations from me, the group at watermanleague.com, as well as everybody else, brother. We're gonna have the award presentation, so we'll see who got second, third, and fourth.
Yeah, it was just awesome. I mean, how can't you like Tahiti? Great place, great people, waves are phenomenal, you know. I don't want to leave.
It was an awesome event. We'd like to thank the Tahitian people, the Federation, for allowing us to be here and enjoying their hospitality and having a great time. You guys look for us on watermanleague.com. Be safe and goodbye.